Hello and welcome to Slightly Nostalgic. My name is Griff, and we have watched Avatar: The Last Airbender Season 1, Episode 6, Imprisoned. I remembered this one. There's a lot of really memorable episodes early on in this show, so it's exciting. This is the one where they go to this Earth Kingdom village place and they meet some earthbenders, and then they find out a bunch of earthbenders have been taken prisoner on a ship by the Fire Nation. So they go there, Katara gets herself arrested, they go there and they spring everybody free from being imprisoned on the ship. So I remember really liking the episode the first time, and this time I still like it, but I have some issues with it. Some things, there's just a lot that stands out as being a little weird to me. Like, why are they even staying in this village in the first place? This is, like, once they find out this is a Fire Nation occupied village and that people are being taken prisoner and that there are regular checks by the guards to the houses and stuff, why are they staying there? Like, they should not, even though they're hiding in the barn or whatever, they should not be there. Sokka has a really good point that they should leave, and it's like the other two want to stay, and it's like, no, what? You can't, no, get out of there. And then they make an even more questionable decision. Wait, not even questionable. I'm going to go ahead and say this is a terrible decision, where Katara decides to get herself arrested. Anyway, Katara decides to get herself arrested to maybe be able to help this guy they just met, and his dad, maybe. She doesn't even know where they're being taken. She has no guarantee she'll be able to bust herself out. Like, if the earthbenders, if all these powerful earthbenders hadn't been able to get out, why does she think she would be able to? Like, it's never really clear what their plan is. Maybe, I guess they were gonna follow on Appa and just hope that nobody noticed the flying bison in the sky, like stalking this new prisoner. Why are the other two just going along with this? And why is Aang so cavalier about everything? Why does Sokka not seem all that worried about losing his sister because of this guy they just met and trying to free him? Like, I don't know. The whole thing is very weird. And of course you can say they're just being heroic here. They're putting aside their own safety and well-being to do this thing for the greater good. But you've got to remember they're on a mission here. They're trying to get Aang, the Avatar, to the North Pole so he can learn water bending, so he can be more effective in fighting the Fire Nation. They're jeopardizing this whole thing to save this one little village. Like, it's just bad. It's just a bad plan. And then once she gets on the ship, she acts really surprised that nobody wants to just suddenly rebel. Like, they come up with a good plan later of having the coal there for them to earthbend and everything, but before that, when there wasn't anything they could earthbend, she's like trying to rouse them all into an insurrection here to fight back, and it's like, what are they gonna do? They're a bunch of prisoners. There's a bunch of firebender guards everywhere. They're just gonna roast them if they fight back. Like, come on, Katara. But we do get some funny moments in this episode. Like, they're crazy, Mom. I mean, look how they're dressed. And then they pan over to them all going like, wait, what? I did notice that they don't have their fur coats anymore. I think that started in this episode. Maybe I just didn't notice, but they finally ditched the fur coats. I was wondering when that was gonna happen, because they can't just be dressed that way all the time. They're not in the South Pole anymore. And then there was the part where they were trying to trick the Fire Nation guards into thinking that Katara was earthbending, but it looked like Momo was actually doing it, and they were like, that lemur, he's earthbending. It was great. Oh, but one more thing. What is with the old man who turns them in? Like, they saved this guy from dying in the mine shaft, and he just betrays them. They didn't even have a scene where, like, they were threatening his family or they were paying him or something. No, he's just like a jerk. Just like a terrible old man who just wanted people to get imprisoned. He wanted bad things to happen to good people for no reason. Jeez. But that's all I've got for this episode. Be sure to watch the next one if you're following along. That is the Winter Solstice Part 1. What's it called? The Spirit World. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you next time. Okay, bye.